This is my blush journey. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Today I want to chat to you about my blush journey. I'm still coming to you makeup free. I still have my little makeup free week as we're talking. This is going to be my final day. From tomorrow onwards, I can start wearing makeup again and see if that makes anything worse or not. I don't think so. I was feeling pretty terrible when I woke up this morning, even though I only did some dancing last night. So I think there may be a clue there, but we'll see. I just wanted to come on here and chat to you about blush and sort of my evolution when it comes to blush and the things that I used to like versus what I like now and why I like those things so much better, and some of my favorites, some older favorites, etc, etc. So let's chat about blush. So I did take a couple of things up here so I can show you some things as well, maybe swatch them for you too. I did bring some makeup wipes so I can clean things up. So when it comes to blush, blush is a product that I have a much longer history with than a lot of other products. Like when it comes to foundation and stuff, those were things that were really a last step. I've always been a little bit of a lover of colorful makeup products because I feel those make the biggest difference when you put them on. So I think it was bias as well. And this is my natural skin. I'm not wearing any makeup whatsoever. My skin is pretty okay. As I've gotten older, there are definitely a couple of things that I want to cover. I've got some more redness. I've got some dark patches here and there. But overall, my skin is in pretty good nick. I didn't really suffer from acne or anything like that as I was a teenager, which I know is a reason for a lot of people to start wearing makeup. So for me, it's always been about the fun stuff. You know, makeup is fun, something I can play with, and blush was definitely part of that. I think after starting doing eyeshadow, blush was the first thing that I added into my routine because I am pretty fair-skinned, and even though I do have a little bit of redness on my cheeks, it's not that even. So when I would wear eyeshadow by itself, I always felt it looked a little bit weird, so I started to wear blush quite early on to just have something to balance things out, you could say. The first blush that I really remember everybody hyping up were a couple of MAC blushes, actually. I think it was it Harmony and Warm Soul, NARS Orgasm, and I've tried all of those things, but I still have something that resembles NARS Orgasm in my makeup collection, but this is by Catrice. This is the Cheek Lover Oil Infused Blush in Blooming Hibiscus. Here is what that product looks like. It is that corally with a golden peachy vibe to it for sure. But what I find with this one is that it's not as orange as a lot of them. This is a little bit more of a pinky coral, and that is something that I've really, really shifted away from. I used to really, really enjoy a lot of these watermelon colors and corals and peaches, also in my lipsticks, around 2013, 2014. A lot of what I was using were shades like that, and now I'm like, do I really want that? Do I really like that? Not entirely sure. Peach tones were really also put on me a lot by makeup artists at the time. I remember, what was that peach tone? I had several. I've gone through a lot of peach tone blush. I remember really enjoying Benefit's Coralista. I hit pan on mine. That's a blush I hit pan on. I don't have it anymore, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, Benefit's Coralista, hit pan on it, loved it. I still only have one Truly Peach blush in my makeup collection right now, and it's this one by Melt. It's their Digital Dust Blush in Buzzkill, which I actually put in a declutter, and then I missed it, so I pulled it out of my makeup memory box. Ooh. Yeah, these are the kind of colors that still represent a lot of what I used to wear, but I also have a couple of shades here for you that I want to show you what I'm wearing now. When it comes to really old blushes, I still have a couple. You saw my makeup memory box in May, and you will have seen that I still have a lot of the Balm blushes. The In-Stain blushes are legendary in my brain. Still love those. But a blush line that was sadly discontinued years ago is this. This is Urban Decay's Afterglow blush in Bittersweet and Rapture. So Bittersweet is the bright purple, and this purple blush, there isn't a single purple blush on the planet that does what this does. It is matte though, so that has to be your cup of tea. Not for sale anymore, of course. And then Rapture is this really pretty dusty grayish plum. Another shade. Like, why don't brands do this anymore? Like, that's the reason why I still have this. I used to have a red as well. And I had Video, which was a brown, but those I didn't wear as much as these two. And Rapture I like. So here's Rapture. Rapture I like a lot in the fall time, and Bittersweet is really beautiful in the winter time. And I love topping it with another melt blush that I have called Electra. So those are some really old things. But I think that these Hourglass blushes are also things that I've had for quite some time. I do have another like peachy tone in here, I've come to realize. This is Incandescent Electra. This is one that I've bought later because I really enjoyed this formula. I had 4 of these, but now I don't remember what the 4th one was. But I remember decluttering one because there was just one that I never used. But Incandescent Electra is a little bit more like peachy, a little softer, a little less coral than the top 2 options. So that was pretty. And then I do have Diffused Heat, which is the red. And again, this is a little bit of that like watermelon sort of shade. I like to wear this actually around this time of the year where it's a little bit like it's really good at giving you that more sun-kissed look, you could say. And then there is my classic, my favorite, Mood Exposure. Again, something I reach for a lot in the fall time. I do feel that mine is getting a lot more of the powder color and not so much of the blush color now that I've had it for a while. It's like the veining of the deeper plum shade is sort of like disappearing, which is a bit of a shame. But this is a really nice like neutrally sort of blush. It's not too brown, not too purple, not too peach. It's a really, really nice sort of middle ground. And that's something that I've really started to enjoy. And one of my other favorite current formulas are the Heaven's Glow blushes. This is Magic Hour by M Cosmetics. I also have Baroque, I believe, and Venetian Rose. This is the more peachy toned option. Again, these are really, really pretty. Really soft. This baked formula works really well. Again, a little bit softer than some of the other options that I have swatched for you already. And those are really, really lovely. So these like baked formulas, those tend to be like some of my favorite blush formulas it seems. But when it comes to like shades and like a current formula that I really, really enjoy, it's why I have 2. More modern take, you could say, on the blush are these Fenty Beauty. These are the Fenty Cheeks Suede Powder Blushes. And I've got mine in Wattabrat and Drama Class. I really wanted to try Drama Class because that's their purple. But I did already do a purple blush video for you guys, and I swatched it side by side to the Urban Decay. This is the closest thing to the Urban Decay on the market that's currently out there, but this has a bit of shine, and the Urban Decay doesn't. And I feel that the Fenty Beauty has a little bit more of a pinky vibe to it, whereas the Urban Decay is a true purple. So that is something that's different. I did buy Wattabrat first because it was a little easier for me to get. Did I show you Drama Class up close? I don't think I did. I don't think I showed it to you like this. Oh well. But yeah, Wattabrat is really lovely as well. It's more of a pink with a cool sort of undertone to it. So this is really beautiful as well. And here is what those colors look like. And those are all of the powder blushes that were here. Like I said, I did do, I can link some of those in the description box down below, and I've done some other videos where I've sort of gone through what was in my collection years ago and like going back to old decluttering videos and like commenting on them and like seeing what I had and like all of the like the standard favorites that everybody used to love. I had those. I had a NYX, they called it a blush, but it was actually more of a contour shade, thinking about it years later. It was called Taupe. I like that. They also had one called Angel that was this really dusty pink shade. That one I really liked. That was really early on. And I was just like, especially at first, I was just using whatever. So, especially when I was like in my like early makeup days, I had a lot of like drugstore things. I remember having a couple of bits from the Body Shop that I really enjoyed. One of those was a peach too. So I can like link you to some older content of either these commentary videos that I've done or like just some of those old declutters, because I think I've been filming my declutters consistently since like 2017. So there's a lot of decluttering content here on the channel. So if you want to see where my makeup collection used to stand or where it, and like compare it to where it stands now, I think that's a lot of fun to do. But talking about what I'm liking nowadays then, when it comes to blush, I really feel like I used to be a powder blush girl, like through and through. When it comes to powder blushes, I really just feel I have my favorites. I have what I have. I like what I like. But in recent years, my cream and liquid game has been really gone up. So when it comes to like more recent purchases and things that I've really been discovering and playing around with, and then especially cream and liquid blush by K-Beauty brands, because they're just doing some really good things. They're doing the innovation. They're doing the interesting shades. We have had so many blush releases in the past couple of years, and every single one of them looked the same. So that has been a reason for me to like venture out of what a lot of Western brands have to offer, because I just felt within K-Beauty I could find more things that look better on me. And that's sort of what I started to look into. I do have a couple of Western items that I really enjoy. From the UK drugstore, I really enjoy these MUA liquid blushes. These are really good. I'll swatch it on the inside of my arm here, because else it's going to get a little bit messy, I think. This is in the shade Dusty Rose. I like a couple of their other shades as well. This is really pretty. It's a dupe for the Glossier, the Cloud Paints, but this is so stunning. Really affordable at the UK drugstore. I know not everybody can get them, but when I tried those, I really fell in love hard. I have 4 of those. But I think what really put liquid blush for me on the map is Rare Beauty and their sort of like full-size blushes. I also like blush sticks. I like the compact blushes. I like all of those as well. I like my Makeup by Mario. I like my, there are so many things I like, but I think I prefer a liquid blush over a cream, because I tend to reach for those a lot more often, and especially the K-Beauty ones, as we will get to in a sec. They're just so easy to use. From Rare Beauty, I like these. They come with heaps of product though, so you're better off getting the minis. I wish I had done that, but when I bought mine, they didn't have the minis yet. But I have Hope, which is the peach, and then this Mauvey tone is Encourage. So those I really like, and just this one dot is already too much for your cheeks. That's how pigmented these are. That's how amazing these are. They are really good. They are really good, but they are a little bit, like, I don't want this to run everywhere, so let me take a bit of it off. So we can still see the things I'm going to swatch underneath it. I love Encourage better than I do Hope. Hope is, again, a little bit peachy for my liking, but it has a purpose in my life. I do feel it does. Juicy Pang by Apio. We all know I love these. This is a K-Beauty brand. This is in the straight shade Strawberry. I need to shake mine up a little bit. This is currently in my Shop My Stash. And this is so beautiful. It's very dewy. It's very similar to the M Cosmetics Serum blushes. And here is the swatch right there underneath the MUA one. Really pretty, but also sheer. And that's one of the things that I like about K-Beauty. With the Rare Beauty ones, you have to be so careful with how much you put on, because it does look a little overly blush sometimes. One like dot and you can do like your entire face, it feels. But look at how much this shears out. It's so beautiful. It has this really beautiful pinky, again, peachy vibe. This is one of my favorite blush shades for right now in the summertime, because I just love it that much. This I need to shake up as well. This is by House of Her. This is a very new favorite of mine. This is the Moist Ampule Blusher in the shade Lavender Flush. And this, it's a little bit of a weird shade because it's got a spatula, first of all. And this is a little bit gray. It's really interesting. It's not as lavender as I had expected. I thought this was going to be more purple. But it's more of a... It's more similar, I feel, to Mood Exposure. than a lavender, you could say. But here's what that swatch looks like. It's really beautiful. Again, I have to pay very little attention to how it goes on. What I have been doing with this, because there is a bit of a learning curve with this one, I used to use it the route like where I like rub my fingers together, because that's how I usually do liquid blush. But with this, I can just tap it onto my face, 2 taps, 2 fingers, blend it in, and you're good to go. And I really like how this dries down as well. Looks very natural on the cheeks, and it's so beautiful, and it's not too light. I also like that we now get Cushion Blush. This is from Yongse Mool. This is in the shade Odd Mauve, and I really like this. I really do. This is very light though, and I do feel, because it is a cushion, you don't get a lot of product. That's the only downside. But I think if you use this every day, that it's gonna run out really quickly, and it's so great for fair skin. I was wearing this a lot in the winter time. It's sort of like the lighter version of the House of Her, which is probably why the House of Her works a little bit better for me right now. And then the Yongse Mool is just this really nice natural flush, you could say. And that's what I'm currently looking for with my blushes. I don't want it to be like overly done. I'm just not really loving that life. And from Fui, I have 3 of these, and everyone has been duping this as well. These are the pudding pots. That's what it's called, right? A pudding pot. This is in Film Noir, which I decided to keep anyways in my declutter, because I just like this range so much. And this is more of a reddish tone, a bit reddish brown, but I also have like a mauvey tone. I've got so many things. And that's another thing that I have loved with like finding all of these liquid and cream blushes. I feel like liquid and cream mauve tone blushes are a lot easier to find than really good powder ones. The minute brands make a powder mauve tone blush, they add brown, but they don't always do that in their liquid blushes. But here's the Fui in Film Noir. I really like that shade. It's really beautiful. It's this nice flush, just in from the cold, but I can also wear this in the winter time. It's a really good universal blush shade. It's going to look great on a lot of people. And I like with the Fui, this is another reason why I like to shop K-Beauty, is that they have these like sections of like, these are the shades. So they have like, I think this is the red range or something like that. And then it comes in a cool tone, a deeper tone, like it comes in like different undertones. So they just take a shade, and there's 5 shades, like they take a color, and then there's 5 shades in each color, and I think they have 5 colors, so there's like 25 different shades to pick from. I do feel there is quite a bit of overlap, and the swatches online for the Fui blushes aren't that reliable, I have found. Like, this is not swatched like this on the models in the campaign that you can find at YESSTYLE, but I really like these, and really finding K-Beauty has really helped me to find blushes that I feel work better for me, which is why I currently have so many K-Beauty and also some C-Beauty blushes that I'm either testing out or that I'm really loving. And that has been like this very natural sort of graduation almost in my makeup game, you could say. So when it comes to my love for blush, sure, I still love a powder. I still use them regularly. I think there's just something that makes it really easy to just chuck on a powder and you're out the door and it's always gonna look nice. With liquids, it really depends on the formula. Like something like the Rare Beauty ones, I mean, they're intense. You need to work with them quite quickly, especially if the matte formula, I decluttered the one I had in Grace, because that one just settled down so quickly that there was no time to blend. So for me, I really enjoy all of these blushes, not just these shades. I very often have multiples in these formulas, and I love all of them, and I just really know what I like now, and I haven't really felt the need to be buying too much blush. Sometimes just to like test something out, I've been trying some things. Something that I would still like to try is the YSL blush, the powder one that everybody's raving about, and MAC has relaunched some of their blushes. So those are kind of on the wish list, but with the YSL, I haven't been able to find a shade yet that I like. So that's been a very unfortunate, and with the MAC ones, I haven't even seen those in store, so I need to go and have a look. I do have some MAC blushes that I enjoy, but yeah, I believe most of those are discontinued now, so wouldn't make a lot of sense to show you those. I already have those Urban Decay bits in here, which are not going to be easy to find if you were looking for those. But yeah, thanks so much for watching here today. I hope it wasn't too rambly. When it comes to blush, I really sort of started in one area, and I feel like I nowadays like the complete opposite of what I like to wear. I still have it for those moments where I want to wear that kind of look, but nowadays I'm really into these like rosy, browny, mauvey tones that you saw me swatching a little bit more towards the end. So thanks so much for watching me here today. Let me know in a comment down below what makeup you like what's your favorite all-time blush. Maybe you've used it like over and over and over and you've hit pan on it. I would love to know about it in the comments, so let me know down below how your blush journey went, because I would just be very curious. Maybe your blush journey was very different from mine. Who knows? And for now, I would like to thank you so very much for watching, and I hope to see you again really, really soon in a new video. Bye-bye.